two. You two.
Boys, it's free in the middle. Just watch the gaps in the middle in between the two lines.
Come on, boys, we've got a fucking challenge. You two. You two.
Boys, it's free in the middle. Just watch the gaps in the middle in between the two lines.
Come on, boys, we've got a fucking challenge. You two. You two.
Boys, it's free in the middle. Just watch the gaps in the middle in between the two lines.
Come on, boys, we've got a fucking challenge. You two. You two.
Boys, it's free in the middle. Just watch the gaps in the middle in between the two lines.
Come on, boys, we've got a fucking challenge. You two. You two.
Boys, it's free in the middle. Just watch the gaps in the middle in between the two lines.
Come on, boys, we've got a fucking challenge. You two. You two.
Boys, it's free in the middle. Just watch the gaps in the middle in between the two lines.
Come on, boys, we've got a fucking challenge. You two. You two.
Boys, it's free in the middle. Just watch the gaps in the middle in between the two lines.
Come on, boys, we've got a fucking challenge. You two. You two.
Boys, it's free in the middle. Just watch the gaps in the middle in between the two lines.
Come on, boys, we've got a fucking challenge. You two. You two.
Hello everybody and welcome to the third of the 4 quarterfinals of the live match reaction show to the FanLeague Cup of 2017. There was nothing going on this summer, but Ball Street and FanLeague have put something together. 8 of the best teams in YouTube have come together for a tournament, and this latest quarterfinal was between Football Freestylers FC and Thames Ironworks Community Football Club. Nicky is the gaffer of that team. I'm going to say Thames Ironworks from now on because it's a lot easier.
Yeah.
If you are new to the channel, then welcome. We hope you've enjoyed some of the reaction shows so far and you've enjoyed the games that are going on at the moment. If you want to see a full, nice, long, healthy video of Thames Ironworks versus Football Freestylers, you've got 2 videos to choose from and 2 views to see. You can go on to West Ham Fan TV and watch one version of events, or you can go on Football Freestylers FC, which is actually Dan Cutting's channel, Dan Cutting's DC Freestyle, and you can see how he saw the game.
The true version.
Is that the true version?
Yeah,
yours a bit high.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
So Nicky's here. Nicky's going to be talking about all the big reaction and big moments in the game itself. We've got loads of unseen footage that you will not see in either of those 2 edits, that you'll only see here, so you've come to the right place. And Flav joins me as well. Flav is the gaffer of Ball Street FC, which is the next quarterfinal. We play Palmers FC. We will be doing a live reaction show after that game goes out, which is on Wednesday. So you don't want to miss that. If you don't want to miss that, then you want to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and you will see when we go live. Okay.
That's impressive, Jim.
Thanks a lot. FanLeague is an app that comes out in just a few days on the 29th of July. It's a predictor app. You have 13 games you've got to predict If you can predict 10 or more, then you can make some serious money. If you want to get involved in that app and support FanLeague, who've put on this tournament, then there is a link in the description. Go and check it out and enjoy the app once it comes out in a few days' time. Couple of things before we show you the match highlights. So if you haven't seen the game yet, we're going to show you some of the key bits, then we're going to talk about them. But if you want to see all the details, then you need to go to West Ham Fan TV and DC Freestyle. But before that, we have a caption competition, which we did for the last one, which we quite enjoyed. And it was this picture. Craig will hopefully pop it up now. Yeah? So there's a picture there of Nicky during the game with his troops behind him. Nicky, do you want to have a first go? We're going to read out some of the best entries of this caption competition. Get in the comments. We'll read out the best ones later on in the show. Of what do you think Nicky was thinking at this moment in time? Nicky, what do you think you were thinking?
I ain't got a clue. Keep away from my boys.
Keep away from my boys, yeah.
My boys.
Yeah, you look like a casually dressed pimp there. That's your harem. A couple of the comments are, at that moment, Nicky realised all his sun cream was gone.
I peeled for days after that, mate, yeah.
Josiah Street, at the Josiah Street, one day all this will be yours. I don't know if this has gone over my head or not, but he's done another one. Nicky Hawkins here, outside the Menudo reunion tour. I don't know what that is.
That's my catchphrase every time I start an interview. Nicky Hawkins outside the London Stadium. So, yeah, I don't know what a Menudo reunion tour is. So.
Fergus O'Connor, when Dimitri Payet kisses the badge of Freestylers FC. Horror in your face. That's good.
Can't wait, you're subscribed.
I know, yeah. And Joseph Moore, Ball Street resorts to male nudity to attract wider fan bases. Viewership dwindles. No, it might not be far wrong. We've got a very funny video involving some of the fashion on the show, which we're going to show you later in the video. The other thing that we want to figure out during this live reaction stream is something to do with the referee. Check out this clip. We need to know. You need to help us in the comments. What is the referee saying here?
Good game, no players. Yep. Everyone needs to be dealt with. And enjoy this game. Other than that, we will. We're starting to be home. No, go on, you can go. We're going to call it? Call it? Fails. Tails never fails. Choice events? Tails never fails.
So you might see that the title of this video is Have Freestylers Gone Too Far in this game? If you haven't seen the game yet, we're going to show you the match highlights and then we're going to talk about that. But Dan Cutting has done a reaction video. We've had a chat with him. We asked him that question, did Freestylers FC go too far? If you want to see that video, all you got to do is like this video. If we can get to 100 likes, then we'll show the reaction of what Dan Cutting, what his opinion is on the fact that Freestylers might have gone too far or not.
What?
Well, let's find out. Here are the match highlights from this game. Little snippet, here you go. So it's Freestylers FC versus Thames Ironworks Community Football Club. Bit of warming up from the Freestylers. I mean, that was handball, so stupid. Proper football here. Gentle stretches and a very light jog. Nice to see Noble playing as well. Dan Cutting, of course, the main man of Freestylers FC. This is chalk versus cheese. This is modern football versus old school Sunday League. But who will be the victors going into the semi-finals? Let's find out. Straight into the action, and it's a good tackle by Freestylers, showing some metal there, and then a lovely through ball to Dan Cutting. This should be 1-0. It isn't. Dan Cutting, he's got previous with the Wembley Cup, of course, missing chances that he should be scoring. And is he having flashbacks to that? Hopefully not. He gets on the ball again once on the outside of the box, dribbles in a little rollover, and oh my God! Is that the goal of the tournament? It's got to be a very good goal. It's going to beat that one. Number 14, Thierry Henry will be happy with that one. Dan Cutting, little roll over the right foot, then outside of the boot, into the top corner. The goalkeeper looks very upset, but he couldn't have done anything for that one. They're on the attack again. Good save this time. Comes out to the edge of the box. Freestylers looking to get a second goal, and they've got it. Down into the bottom corner. John Wetton makes the crowd go wild with a lovely little, wow, should the goalkeeper do better there? I'm not sure. Let us know in the comments below. Into the second half, and Freestylers on the attack once again. John Wetton with the ball inside the box. Is that a foul? Yes, the referee gives it. Feels a little bit soft, but is there contact? Yes, I think there is. Protecting the ball from the goal, the defender tries to get it, but he doesn't get the ball, and for me that probably is a penalty, which could make it 3-0 if they can score it and put the game beyond doubt. John Wetton steps up. What's he do? He's rolled it in, cheeky as you like, from Freestylers FC. That is slightly muggy, slightly sweaty. Should they be doing something like that? Have they gone too far here? But a goal's a goal, and that's 3-0 to Freestylers FC, and surely the game won. Freestylers looking to turn on the style with a 4th goal. John Wetton again, but he's offside. Probably one of the greatest offside goals you'll see in this tournament. Lovely bicycle kick, and very brave too, because it is a hard surface. Final seconds of the game now. Can Thames Ironworks get a goal? They've put the through ball. Oh, and yes, this is it. 3-1. No! Just goes wide. A mix-up in defence and the goalkeeper, which you would expect from Freestylers, but it wasn't a goal, and it ends 3-0 to Freestylers, who head into the semi-finals, where they will play either Palmer's FC or Ball Street FC. So that's the match highlights, and Thames Ironworks unfortunately lost their quarter-final 3-0 to DC Freestyle. Before we get into the different aspects of the game, what were your hopes going into it?
Not a lot. We're a new team. We knew as soon as that draw came along, we knew that was going to be a tough game. It was difficult weather as well. When you think about in terms of normal lads that play football, we hadn't been back that long. I think we had one training session when we came along. These boys who were flying around the world in different climates, in different parts of the world, doing kick-ups for a living. They stay fit all year round because it's what they do. So I knew they'd be a lot fitter. I knew they'd be a lot more prepared than us. And
because it's a big pitch, isn't it?
It was a big pitch. Yeah, I was quite surprised. I thought it was small, but once the boys got on it, they was saying it was a big pitch, and it's very flat, and it's very. It's suited to their style of play, Yeah,
there's no. The pitch weren't the leveler, was it? Because it was literally a carpet.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it was literally a carpet. Yeah, and it gives them a lot more reign to do what they do best. They're good at passing. I mean, you see the way they was pinging it about at times. Yeah. It was nigh on impossible for our boys to get near to them. But that was my game plan: get close to them.
Because I remember chatting at the draw. So we had a chat at the draw, and Nicky goes, I reckon we could do it, I reckon we do. And I think you have to. If you're going to go into these games, you've got to try and find a way. And that was going to be the way you were going to win was going to. You needed to find a way. It wasn't going to be pretty, and actually, a pitch like that suited a pretty team. Yeah,
of course. It was going to be one of them things. I was presuming that their defence was going to be awful, and I thought to myself, we could hit them on the break. If we hit a few long balls and whatever, keep it tight at the back. Really crowd it out in there so they don't get any space. Because I did warn them, as you'll talk about in a minute. But yeah. Keep it tight, just ping them. And I was thinking like the defender to be flailing and not being able to get to the ball, but it didn't end up like that. They was very accomplished. They hunted in packs. They was very fit, a lot better. But we'll come back next year and I'll play them again. Yeah,
well, this is what's interesting, and we'll get onto this a bit later on. We can talk about the future, I guess, for Thames Ironworks, because this isn't like some of the other teams. It was a nice day out, and that was probably going to be the end of it. But for you guys, it's kind of just the start of something.
Well, it was our first in pre-season.
Yeah,
you guys and them. It starts a pre-season for us. We'll be going into a proper league, playing week in, week out in the next few months to the end of the season. And then hopefully by the time the FanLeague Cup comes again, we'll have recruited some new players. We might have 2 teams by then, because there's talk about that already. And then we'll be ready.
But most importantly, organised. It's such at that level, such an important thing to be able to play together. And there are a lot of teams actually throughout the FanLeague who it was their first proper competitive match. They'd probably had some training together.
Very impressive though, Flav.
Yeah.
For some of the boys that hadn't played together as well, we all know Palmer's played together, so we was expecting them. But everyone else, creators, couple of games together, DC Freestyle, a couple of games together. But friendship is big thing in football. You've got to know each other. You've got to know each other and got to be willing to work for each other. Our boys are just starting to get to know each other, so the future bodes well, I think, for us.
Let's have a look at some of the comments. West Brom dude, pen was ridiculous. We'll talk about that. Don't worry. what else is there? I saw another one saying, Rob Taylor, nothing wrong with what Freestylers did. No disrespect to West Ham Fan TV. They've got nothing to complain about and sound a bit bitter. Penalty was genius. I would imagine no disrespect was intended. Again, we're going to talk about that in fine detail, because I think that's pretty much where we feel like, or is the question that did Freestylers go a little bit too far doing that penalty for the third one? Let's have a quick look at the stats. When it comes down to it, Freestylers were on top. 3-0, 13 shots to 2. Not able to get a shot on target. That's disappointing for you, isn't it, Nicky?
Yeah, that's somewhere where we have to work on as well. Like we've identified that as a problem. Yeah, we're working on that as it is. Final third, we just panicked. We got into a couple of good positions. If you look early on in the game, I think it was about 2-3 minutes in. One of our forwards got past their defenders. He had a perfect opportunity. 2 people lining up there. Yeah. Squares it there and score there, and it's a different game, I think. Yeah. It takes a bit of pressure off the boys.
Definitely, the first couple of minutes as well, you played some lovely little football. You've definitely got some footballers in your team. It's just, I think one thing you are lacking, you talked about it a bit before we went on air, is there's a lack of pace in that first, the 11 that we saw.
We're running them into the ground as we speak. So.
But once you get fit, Nicky,
yeah, mate.
You've got that pace that they need up top, yeah?
Of course.
Working the channels.
Yeah, trying to mug him off.
A little bit.
Sounds like you're trying to mug him off. Yeah, you can have that, Nick.
I'm put together with screws and bolts, mate. I can't. If I start running, they'll just be a.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But,
let's talk about the first goal. What a goal this was! I think everyone can appreciate this. Is this going to be the goal of the tournament? Is it the goal of the tournament so far? In my opinion, definitely. Daniel cutting. All right footing. I mean, use your left foot. It's there. So you're on your left side. Use your left foot. No, not having it. Outside of the boot, top right. But saying all of that, Nicky did warn the lads that he had that in his locker. Check this out. This is just before the goal.
Any space, I told you, any fucking space there, he's gonna fucking ping it in the top corner.
When the draw came out and it was Thames Ironworks versus Football Freestylers, the obvious thing that we saw straight away was 2 very different styles of football. And what we were intrigued to find out was you could do, like a lot of people said in all like the banter before it, that you can do your flick ups and all that stuff. Yeah. But when it comes down to it, in an 11-a-side game, can you deliver? How impressive was? How impressive and how unnecessary were the skills on show in this game? Did they overdo it? Is it in their DNA that they can't help but do it?
They didn't. They didn't overdo it. They played some very neat football when they played nice, simple football, but they didn't overdo it. No. I think they wanted to go out and prove that they can play as well as keepy uppies or whatever they do. But when they played soccer, but. Some, we see the penalty, and I wasn't.
We'll come on to that. But, they're in an unenviable position because obviously they're famous for being able to do things that most people can't with a football. But then they obviously want to win the match as well. So that they're in their mind constantly is I have to do a trick here instead of actually thinking about the game. And I think if they would have just said, all right, well, let's just go out there and play football, they probably would have been even better in this game than they was. But like Dan especially obviously would felt compelled to try things that he wouldn't necessarily want to. We saw in the highlights he beat a man and came back, and I think we see that again.
Yeah, well, we've got something right now actually. We have it in every reaction show, all the best skills and tricks and flicks from each game. This is Cheese! Cheese!
You can be my champion.
There we have it, some amazing stuff from both West Ham Fan TV, Thames Ironworks, and Freestylers FC. Obviously the most contentious element of the day, none of us could agree in the office, was the penalty. We're going to play it now.
So we can show it and we can talk over the top of it. So
right, okay.
Obviously the penalty was given. Was it a penalty first of all? Did you feel like it was a penalty, Nick?
No, I don't.
Do you not?
No, I don't. I didn't think on the day. I've looked back at it. He caught him, but I see worse in the middle of the park that he wasn't given.
Yeah, I thought it was soft as well.
Yeah, it was a bit soft. To be fair, I think the day was done by then. It was right at the start of the second half. They looked like they was going to score a dozen more goals, to be honest with you, at times. But I thought it was a soft penalty. I really thought it was a soft penalty.
So you're already angry about the penalty?
So I'm already angry about the penalty, yeah. Did they go too far? Is that what you're asking me now?
So did Freestylers FC go too far by taking that penalty like they did?
Do you know what? If the guy would have stepped up and Rabona'd it in the top corner, fair enough.
Yeah.
If he'd have flicked it up and the guy would have come in and over-kicked it, fair enough. What does passing it forward do?
Yeah.
It's like he's tapped it in. It's one of them things where, like, if you want to show off. That's not showing off. Let's take the.
Yeah.
Can I swear?
No.
Yeah, well, you can. We're about to see it. We're going to about to see exactly how you reacted at that moment in time. So you can save it now because you'll see it for your own eyes. This is how Nicky reacted to that penalty being scored and that third goal going in. Not happy.
Fucking hit him, yeah? As hard as you fucking can. Fucking piss takers, mate. Piss takers. Pricks, mate. Pricks. Is it? Is it? Yeah, is it? Fucking arseholes, mate.
Not happy.
No.
I had to check this with you first. I mean, are you okay with us showing that? And you were
No, I wasn't happy at the time, but I've got to clear this up. We all went out for a pint after.
That's true.
It was fine. Yeah.
More than one pint.
I think they're under pressure to do things that we've seen that fail. That exact same thing. We've seen it fail before in professional football, and it's kind of a nod to that. And they have to do something more than just put the ball in the net. I think we've seen Dan Cutty do it before. That kind of Rabona into the top corner is something that kind of they can do, and probably would have been a bit more impressive. All they've done really is made the penalty easier. You know, you've got to have some bollocks to do it, but he's just made it easier.
Yeah.
I think
it's actually it's a lot easier to score, isn't it?
It's the nerve. It's the nerve to do it. It's the thing. It's not like people like a Panenka. It should, in theory, be an easy thing to do, but it's the nerve and having the balls to do it.
You're adding risk, aren't you?
You're adding risk, but a keeper always goes left or right. He doesn't stand still. But if you kind of sell it. Anyway, let's say he's. I thought it was a little bit cheeky, but then if it was another team and not Freestylers FC, whose brand is to do things differently.
If I'd have been playing, I'd have chinned one of them.
I mean,
that's the way I was.
Hypothetically.
Yeah. But
so Nicky's not happy about it. Let's have a look at the comments. And so if we can get to 100 likes on this video, then we will show you Dan Cutting's reaction to this. We posed the question to him, asked him, and he actually talks to the two penalty takers in question. So if you want to see that, then get this video up to 100 likes and we'll do that. A couple of comments on the penalty itself. Where are we? Harsh Pen says Carlos David. Nathan Stacey says no pen. NFC Legend Unlucky Lucas says no pen. Sam Harkins, soft pen. Ref was all over the place.
Very soft.
Carlos David saying the guy was turning in another direction.
What would you have said to the ref made that decision against one of your teams? What would you have said to him? What would be your what's your staple when someone?
You know what my staple is.
Go on, say it again. It's my favourite.
So I like to not swear at the ref. What I like to do is I'll go like highbrow on him, and I'll go, ref, you are lost. You are lost. You are out of your depth.
Yeah.
You are out. Wow.
Just belittling him.
Yeah, just belittling him. Wow. Wow, you sure?
You are lost. Is it because you think, am I lost? If I got double down here.
Yeah. Am I lost? The important thing actually is to talk about the referee, because look, that's by the by, everyone's going to have an opinion. What we need is real answers to this.
Yeah.
What is the ref saying? Tell us.
Good game, no players.
It's this thing that exists where your brain's...
What do you think the ref is saying?
There's this thing that exists where, for some reason, your brain doesn't allow you. It just doesn't make your your mouth work properly. And you see it in newsreaders, and sometimes it happens where they're kind of in this instance where the pressure is so high and it all comes tumbling down. And I think he saw the cameras there. You've got Dan Cutting, and you got your captain as well.
My brother Gary.
Your brother Gary, captain, and I think he's just lost it, the ref, because he literally says no. It's complete nonsense.
It's a completely different thing, isn't it?
It made me happy.
You go over to Acton Marshes on a Sunday. All of a sudden, he's turned up to a football pitch, and he's got a GoPro strapped to him. He's got a dozen producers, a dozen cameras around him. I think he's just got a bit nervous. You can tell in the game as well.
Yeah, when you're on camera, and you're suddenly aware that you're being filmed, and people,
especially referees, mate, they love a bit of attention.
Yeah, he looked the type.
It can do something to you mentally.
And actually, if you watch our very first live reaction show, Creators FC versus. Who did they play? Cheeky Sport.
Yeah.
In that video, there's the same ref, and there's another beautiful moment where like the ball goes, he goes play on, and then just before he blows whistle, he goes, hey!
That's exactly what it's
so odd. It's really odd.
Well, he went to say something to me on the day, and it was like he was speaking Russian, and I could hear him when I was editing the video. I could hear him goal kick, goal kick, and I was like, who needs to say goal kick?
He had a lot to say.
So we have hit 129 likes, so we can show you the Dan Cutting reaction to
150.
I said 100. Is this what you're doing? Is this clever?
Yeah.
We are on 130. What, do we hang on? Do we wait?
I don't know.
I've said it now. It was 100 likes, so you've done it. So Dan Cutting, obviously the captain of Freestylers FC. We asked him the question, did Freestylers go too far? There's one comment here, Liam Simpson, the pen was a bit of fun. Some people take it way too serious just because they got battered.
Oh, it's true, I do. I'll tell you, I'm a lot more chilled out now. When I was playing,
not happy.
No.
You do come. You often said like, I'm just a nice guy. I don't like violence.
Yeah. But when I was playing, I was horrible. I was horrible. Yeah, horrible.
So yeah, here you go. Here's the reaction. Here's what Dan and the penalty takers have to say.
Okay, so the question is, did Freestylers take it too far with that penalty? I personally don't think we did. We're Freestylers at the end of the day, and you know, we like to do things like that, you know, to prove who we are. But I guess the best thing to do would be to ask these two, because they're the ones who actually took the penalty. What do you think, lads?
I think win first, entertain next, everybody's happy.
Exactly, perfect.
Penalty, it wasn't over the top at all. Maybe the celebration was.
Yeah,
but can we just say there was a secret mission to do the conga, which is why we did the conga.
Yes.
Which may have looked a little bit OTT to everyone else.
We looked idiots.
That was the worst celebration, but we were asked to do it by FanLeague. I don't mention that in my video, to be fair, so. Ollie never gets on the score sheet.
I never get in the box.
And now he's had his opportunity.
He's let his mate score one.
So did we take it too far? I mean, we were 2-0 up, the game was over. We wanted to entertain, have a bit of fun. And that's that.
So Dan didn't feel like he was going too far with it, neither did the guys as well. Yeah, the celebration, that's a good point. The old conga. The boys, they were given a secret mission, and yeah, gave it a go.
That's more our fault.
It look worse. It didn't make it look worse.
It's more our fault than the Freestylers FC fault.
That's true. Mark Harlow, who was playing in the game, bloody nice bloke, one of those people that you did have a pint with that evening. He said, love the pen, wouldn't expect nothing less from Freestylers. Carlos David thinks differently. It was not good sportsmanship, but in Freestylers' defence, that is what they do. Hopefully I'm saying this right. Guled Mohammed, that pen was so disrespectful. You're already winning 2-0. Don't embarrass them. That's kind of how you're feeling, right?
Is it what they do? He's passed the ball. I could do that. So could you. So could you. Well, that's not what they do, is it? I thought the whole point of a freestyler was to do things that we can't do. So, you know, it'll rumble on. But
Explosive Lemons. Freestylers are made to embarrass people. Yeah, that wasn't. Yeah, there you go, Tim McGrath. That wasn't freestyle. My nan could roll that pass across the 12-yard. Fair play. Just because you're a freestyler doesn't allow you to be a certain word. Marching together. It was gamesmanship. That's a good point. Is it gamesmanship, or is that just, or is it actually being, like you say, it's about nerve and being switched on, having the balls to do it.
Gamesmanship, isn't it?
But it's just finding that's an easier route to scoring a goal.
No, it wasn't. I'm sure if they wanted to take it seriously, they wouldn't have done that. I did. You know, I don't know. We've said it already.
It'd be interesting to see if they get another penalty further on in the competition where they do the same thing.
They would, yeah, that's true. I guess it's safer to do if you're in the, you know, if you're 2-0 up, and then you can do that.
2-0 over? I don't know. If it's 4-0, maybe, but 2-0.
Yeah. So Freestylers FC have gone through. We've still got Too Good To Mod, which is the best bits and the weird bits, which I'll show you in just a second. But Freestylers FC have gone through. They are in the semi-finals, and they will be playing against Bull Street FC or Palmer's FC. That is the next game. The next game to drop. I could have done without Palmer's in the draw, to be fair, but we've got them, and the game goes live on Wednesday. We're going to be doing a live reaction show with Smith himself. He's coming in to the studio to talk about the game. So if you want to not miss out on that and react to the game with the gaffer of Bull Street and the gaffer of Palmer's and myself, it's a game. It's a game.
Hit subscribe.
Hit subscribe. Hit the notification bell.
A few people were not happy with my appointment.
With your point, there is a few people saying you pay Jack in,
but get pay Jack out. Sack Flav.
Even Flat. Look, LFC legend Unlucky Lucas, Freestylers, you're having a laugh. Most over 18. Even Flav Owl Hodgson, Bull Street FC are better.
What's that mean? What's that mean? Where is this hate coming from?
I've never heard the Hodgson one.
No. What, I look like him?
I'm just saying.
All I'm saying is give me a chance. I haven't even managed one game yet, and I'm already calling for my head. Yeah. I think the popularity of Pay Jack is there's so much gravity behind it that they don't really care who it was, as long as it paid. Payjack was offered the job and he left. He didn't want it. He didn't want a piece. He was too busy with his Liverpool content. That's fine. I stood up to the mantle and I'm gonna do my best.
Yeah.
Give me some respect.
So yeah, teams into the semi-finals are Freestylers FC, Full-Time Devils and Creators FC. Full-Time Devils and Creators FC will be playing each other in the other semi-final. So we've got one last video to show you. What? Full-Time Devils right there. Yeah. Hated, adored, never ignored, MUFC.
Get out of the chat.
Get out of the chat. It's not your game.
It's not you. Get out.
That Full-Time Devils semi-final goes out this Friday. So if you do want to get the reaction, Kristen Adage. Hang on. No, what advice would Nicky give to future opponents of Creators FC? Creators FC playing Full-Time Devils in the semi-final.
I've no idea.
I don't know, you haven't played them, yeah.
No, sorry.
I think he meant Freestylers.
Freestylers.
That's a very good question.
It's either Bull Street or
I think don't give them too much respect. Match them toe to toe. Go toe to toe with them. I think you've got better a chance. I made a few mistakes. I think we give them a little bit too much room, too much respect. Try to keep it too tight. If we'd have matched them on the day, we might have got a little bit of more luck, you know. Well, go forward.
I've got to concentrate on Palmer's first, but
yeah,
Jesus.
one battle at a time. Alexander Chick, Payjack, played 2, 1-2, scored 10. We're getting ahead of ourselves now. Let's keep talking about Freestylers FC versus Thames Ironworks. This is the last little bit for you. Too good, too moad. Here you go. Too good, too moad, and let's kick off with some football that West Ham Football Club would be proud of. Lovely little through ball outside of the boot. Yummy, yummy. Mark Noble seems to have let himself go here, coming back from pre-season, slightly overweight, and his heart's not in it either. West Ham fans, I'm warning you now. Come on, good lad. John Wetton gets points for showing off and bravery. Those bicycle kicks can hurt on the way down. Could have hurt his collarbone. Not worth it, in my opinion. Not a goal. Next up, a bit of too good, too much from Dan Cutting. Lovely little touch, but know when to stop it. Just play it simple. Just play it simple. This one's simple to introduce. Professional freestyler. Seriously, professional. Gets paid for it. Gets paid to deal with the football. You might be a freestyler, but you're still a centre back. Know you're placed. Shouldn't be doing volleys like that. That's it. Get back. Yeah, back in your box. John Wetton trying to score from the kickoff. Here we, oh. Looks good when it works. Looks moad when it doesn't. Slightly mad goalkeeping. Slightly sad feeling that this was the best chance that Thames Ironworks had in the game. The moment of the game, way too good. What a goal from Daniel Cutting. enjoyed that video, did you? Were you enjoying it? Were you laughing? Well, whilst that was going on, someone was having a complete breakdown, and we've got exclusive managerial news of Thames Ironworks. Nicky, off you go.
I quit.
Why are you laughing?
No,
it's a tough time.
Nah, it's not funny at all.
I quit. I'm the chairman. I've sacked myself. That's it.
Was it the sort of, you saw the scrutiny that people like Owly Flav here gets, and Robbie, of course, is the movement there.
Yeah, also that, and as you can see from the caption picture, I'm susceptible to stroke, so it's not.
So call it a day. Who's the new gaffer?
Graham from West Ham Fan TV.
I got to say, Nick, it's a bold move. It really is, because I think all of us as managers of these clubs we do have to look at ourselves if things are not going right, and you know, no one's going to sack us. You got to sack yourself, and you step down and abdicate your responsibility to your football club for the betterment of it. And you know, I think at some point in the future, I'm going to have to make that decision. I'll tell you someone who should be making that decision: Robbie Lyle.
I agree, mate. Yeah.
How many's he lost now?
It's time to go.
It's time to go.
Time to go. Yeah.
Robbie out.
He's the sort of person that will have crowds outside, wouldn't he?
Yeah. Well, we announced in the last game that obviously they're out of the tournament, but they will be playing Cheeky Sport in a game. Who also lost their one. If he loses that one, then for me,
it's got to go.
It's got to go.
Time to go.
Caption competition, we put it at the start of it. You've written down a few. These are some funny ones. So tell me, Craigie, when we got the picture up. We got it up now. Ian Hills, is that another ambulance for Carol? I'm not sure if this is funny or not. Matty, West Ham Matty, I ain't playing with that lot. They're all too small. Not sure we can get that. Bloody hell, Nicky, that stinks. What did you have for breakfast? What did you have for breakfast?
Big Grim, come on.
One of them boys.
Park rules are always biggest lad in goal. Yeah, Nicky Hawkins here outside of a reunion tour. And some of the young ones. Very, very good. So last thing, I think probably one of the reasons why, I mean, it's a sad day, isn't it, that Nicky's no longer going to be manager.
Yeah, I'm going to miss his passion on the touchline. Yeah, and that's not the only thing we're going to miss in the FanLeague Cup on the touchline. I think part of the problem with the defeat was the focus of the lads, because they were concentrating. I'm not sure they were concentrating on the right things. I think they were more concentrating on the fashion sets and being trendsetters. Check this out.
Is it? Fucking arseholes, mate.
Victory in one sense there, Nicky, with the fashion stakes there. What were your team thinking?
The only thing I wasn't watching them, mate, to be quite honest with you. I never even noticed what I was doing.
Probably good thing you did resign then.
Yeah.
But if you've just watched this back and seen that they're just like that, and you're like, wash my hands.
I really didn't notice, but...
Can we expect more from that in the autumn-winter range?
Of course, yeah. Long sleeve range, yeah.
Really exciting.
I didn't understand the one leg up.
Yeah, that was
they're looking at footballers, mate. Alex Sony could do it.
Right.
He played for him. He rolls his shorts right up. A couple of them. Noble does it. Right. Rolls his shorts right up there. They're not Noble, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
One of my favourite moments was in the team with the lad with the Noble t-shirt on there. Got dispossessed. The broke away.
It was your captain, was it?
I'm not gonna.
Was
that your brother, was it? Yeah, he was like, I'm not going to chase that back. There's someone else to sort it out.
Yeah. So look, those are the best unseen bits and the big talking points to the reaction of Thames Ironworks versus Football Freestylers FC. Very difficult to say that, but I'll try my best. If you want to see more of those two games, then all you have to do is head over to Dan Cutting, DC Freestyle, his channel. He's commentated on the game and the big talking points, and Nicky has done the exact same on the West Ham Fan TV channel. Go subscribe to both of those channels as well, especially if you're a West Ham fan, because that is
what is glorious is that you watch the same game, but you can see how biased people are. It's ridiculous. They know that there's two versions of the game. Yeah. The bias, you just can't hold it in. And you'll think, I'm not being biased. I'm just saying it how it is. But you are. You all are.
Of course. Yeah, exactly.
Of course it is, mate. Yeah.
What next for Thames Ironworks?
We're going to a season. Yeah, we a lot of pre-season games coming up. September we go into a season, brand new. All the games are being filmed. It's all on our channel. Come over and subscribe if you fancy watching them boys again. It's going to be a story. The narrative is we're growing together, you know, win together, lose together and all that.
You're representative of the community as well, which is great.
We're getting some stuff done in the community as well. We're making new coaches. We've got that a little scheme coming up with that. And just getting everyone involved and looking forward to seeing it build and grow.
Wicked. And yeah, this time next year, good to go again, yeah?
Listen, thank you. I've got to say this, thank you very much to Ball Street for inviting us into the tournament, creating the tournament. Thank you very much for FanLeague for hosting it. We've completely enjoyed our time in the tournament. Good luck to Freestylers in the next round. They were brilliant as well, as much as angry as I am. Me and Daniel do get on quite well actually, and as I said, we all went out for a beer after. That's the game, isn't it? It's you know, it's passionate on the day, but thank you boys for hosting.
Hey, our pleasure, mate.
No worries.
So yeah, the FanLeague Cup's still got a long way to go. We've got we've got one more quarter-final. The big one. Palmer's FC versus Ball Street.
I'm not sure. I'm gonna do my best to win the game, but from the reaction from some of them people on the comments, I'm not sure they deserve.
Win, lose or draw, I think you're going to want to watch that one because Flav, he's going to get a lot of abuse. Or you may, you'll have abuse to give. You'll be ready to go.
You know, I can literally ignore it like Arsene Wenger does. I'm not interested in their opinions.
Yeah.
I'm only interested in the team and Ball Street FC. The opinions of these people on the internet, not bothered.
And he has got that 1% chance of winning.
We haven't got 1% chance. So yeah, check that out on Wednesday. The semi-final is on Friday if you're a full-time Devils fan. Subscribe to Ball Street, hit that notification bell. All those things are really important, but the one thing that's most important is, what is the ref saying? Still haven't got an idea.
Enjoy this game on the net. We will. We're starting to be home. We're going to call it? Call it? Fails. Charles never fails. Choice of ends? Charles never fails. So the ends, West Ham kick-off.
Don't know.
More important than that, if you want to get 2 tickets to a game of your choice within English football, it could be a Premier League game, it could be any game within any of the leagues, 2 tickets are available. All you've got to do is sign up to FanLeague, there's a link in the description, and subscribe to Ball Street, and those tickets could be yours. We will be revealing the winner on the live reaction show on the final, which is coming very soon. I think it's coming next Thursday, so you don't want to miss that. So subscribe to Ball Street, sign up to FanLeague, and those tickets could be yours. We'll see you on Wednesday for the next reaction show.
Up the Ball Street.
On the Ball Street. No?